Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are all doing well, whether vaccinated already or still unvaccinated like me. Woo, 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 woo. Anyhow, welcome once again to my vlog and thank you for joining me as we again witness the unboxing of my recent online purchases. I hope you stay up till the end. Thank you so much in advance. For our first purchase, this is coming from Shopee. This is just a local supplier, so it arrived very quick. I'm going to show you the external packaging. So you see that it has been erased already because the waybill was only printed and this was put in a place where it's not very much protected from water or from the rain, and then that delivery day it rained cats and dogs, so that's why we have this all markings already erased, but that's fine for as long as what's inside the box is safe. So it came with a box. So this is not actually the box of this box, plastic box, but it came with like a modified box so it can protect the box well. So do you know what it is? So this is an Ambu bag or an artificial manual breathing unit. Ambu. And we'll see if the parts inside are complete. So this is like the face mask. So you see here, there's a label, Adult Resuscitator. And it says here, Adult Non-Autoclavable. So this is the self-inhalation part. And then you have the inflation bag, which usually is being attached at the end here. And you also have this tube here, which usually you can put in here, going into the oxygen tank, or for your inhalation anesthesia. So we have a sheet here that says quality certificate, product team, PVC manual resuscitator, model Y-3 number, and quantity is 1 piece or 1 set, and it has an expiry date which is up to May 5, 2023, manufactured in China. But actually, I was able to purchase this from a local store located in Santa Cruz, Manila. And of all the various sellers of this item online, so this supplier that I will be putting the link at the description box below would be the cheapest one as of present time. Okay, so that's why I would highly recommend for you guys to buy from this supplier if you are also going to need an Ambu bag set like this one. Okay, so it has a manual here, and it can be with different sizes. Of course, you see the smallest would be for the infants, and then you have the medium, probably for the juveniles, and then the biggest one would be the adults. So I got one for the adults. Okay, so basically it would just see here the different parts and the ways on how to attach each of the parts so you can have the complete set of the Ambu bag or the manual resuscitator. And you can also have here instructions if you want to test it out to a patient. Okay, so maybe you'd be wondering, why would I need this if I am a veterinarian, when in fact the Ambu bag is for humans. Okay, so my idea is I would be able to use this part here, and then I would just be replacing this part, and I would be making a modified face mask that would fit the animals. So usually the animals would have like an elongated snout. So the face mask that I would be needing would be the cone shape. And actually there would also be products like that comes in a set that's already available online. And I get to see that in Lazada, but I don't have that yet. So I will try first to make my own, and one of my colleagues already taught me how to do it. Hi, Doc and Lastica, in our surgery classes many years back. So I will do it in various sizes so that I can accommodate whatever size of patient that I would be handling for our surgery. So it depends if it's for our classes or for my clients who would need surgery. Okay, aside from that, one of the indications why I decided to buy this is, so I also do field castration also for neutering purposes over cats and dogs, and of course spading as well. So all these other types of surgeries that I would be doing by myself, or of course with an assistant. And there would be times when you would be encountering a patient that has respiratory distress during the surgery. So there would be a big interval from one respiratory breath to another respiratory breath. So you would just be assisting in the breathing process of that patient, so until it would normalize. So that's why I really decided to have this. Okay, and that gave me an idea when I was able to assist in a field surgery of a horse. We did castration, and at the time when the horse was being castrated, actually it's already at the end of the castration, the horse was really having difficulty in breathing. So that's why we had to put the Ambu bag and assist that particular male horse, normalize his breathing. So that's why I really know that I would have this in handy during my field surgeries. Okay. I am happy with this purchase, and of course if ever I encounter such a need, at least now I am ready. Now we go to the unboxing of this second purchase. It's technically not a purchase because it's something that I had prepared. So I already know what's inside and how it would look inside, but we'll see if there would be any damages because of the courier. You see that it's well wrapped with stickers all around saying that it's fragile, and it has bubble wrap as well. So I'm going to put in the eye objective here. And it's usually standard practice that when sending microscope, we have to really detach the objectives as much as possible and put them in their individual cases to protect the lenses during the transit. Okay, so this is just an extra one. And the story behind this is actually, this is my old microscope, and it's just a very simple light microscope. The model is XSP-13A, so the typical like student microscope that you have out there. So this doesn't have like a plug where you can plug it in an electrical socket. So it uses just the natural light. And I use this for some of my field trips or my visits. So at least I don't have to really worry about electricity sources anymore. With some of the couriers, or the suppliers, they will have this sent to you in the individual containers as well, like this one. But for this time, they decided to just leave it in place in the stage, in the diaphragm of the microscope. So I have here 3 types of objectives. The typical ones we have, of course, just the 10x, the 40x, and then the 100x, which is the one needed for oil, so that we can really see the very microscopic objects, of whatever items we want to really examine. Okay. I sent this to the supplier. So the supplier is Labotech Trading, and I'm going to put in the link down below in the description box. So in case you need any about microscope products or any laboratory products, you can check them out. They're really very good in terms of customer service. They respond well, and everybody's really respectful. So I've been talking to the sales personnel, to the engineers, and the maintenance people. So they're very, very respectful. So I like that type of service that they offer. Okay, I sent them this just for maintenance purposes. I want to have all the lenses clean, so that of course I would have clearer pictures when I try to examine like parasites and bacteria with my practice, and also when I am teaching my students. Okay. So later on, I'll be using this, so you will see how they are if they are really properly cleaned, and if the gears have also been oiled properly. So let's put that here first. Okay, and then you proceed to the third one. Okay, so I'm excited to open this one, because I will also be using this for my practice. I got this product from Shopee, and then the supplier is coming from China, so another international supplier offering really good prices. So of course, the lowest among all the online sellers that we have right now. So I ordered 2 items from this supplier. Usually, if you're getting from someone abroad, they have this special pouch, and you already have the bubble wrap inside. Okay, and we have 2 units here. So I really just want to have the very basic caliper, and this caliper has at least 3 colors. We can have the typical white, black, green, red, and blue. But for the supplier, he only has 4 colors, so the white, blue, green, and black. So I got the blue one. Okay, so at least it's not the usual white that you see. Okay, I have a little bit of variation, no? And the reason why I decided to get a basic rather than the digital, at this point in time, I'm really tired of looking for the small batteries, and when I buy them for my digital thermometers, they are not working. So I've been frustrated for quite a long time with that, actually, to the point of not being able to use my digital thermometers anymore. Too bad. And I've just reverted with the old type of thermometer, the mercury one. Fortunately, I still have one left. So that's really something that I really have my backup. Okay, at least I can still do my examination even without having those batteries. So it's not too nice to be very electronic all the time, because of course we can all still go back to the basics, especially like with my microscope. This is still the basic one, but it's very good, so that's why I like it. Okay, so for the past weeks, I have been bombarded by several of my patients with abscesses. Okay, typically in both. So I have several patients, multiple abscesses, usually below their jaw, either here or here or here, by their scapula here or here. So it's very nice to monitor the sizes upon presentation and of course upon resolution of the abscess, and also to monitor if there would be new ones coming or like erupting or emerging. Okay, so I have this caliper to help me easily measure them as compared to of course using a ruler with the elevated elevated or embossed part of the abscess. I would be able to really measure them more accurately this time. Okay, so aside from abscesses, of course, we can also use this with tumors and all the other growths that we can see in our patients. Okay, so this one very basic but very good. I like it. Next one is an accessory for a microscope. Okay, so we'll see if this would fit right on the eyepiece of my microscope. So the reason why I decided to buy this is it's the adjustable type. You can see, of course, a much cheaper version would have already like the fixed circular, this is what you call universal mobile phone microscope clip, or a mobile phone holder, monocular watching clip, durable, multifunctional clip. Okay, so you can use this either for your microscope or for your mobile phone. So the ones that you can have cheaper would be the fixed one that you can put in the eyepiece. So I want to be very sure that it would fit anywhere I want it to fit, no? Especially if I'm looking into like more minute items or objects that I want to really thoroughly examine. So I want to have that flexibility. So I opted to buy this, which is a little more expensive. But honestly, the price increase is not so significant. Okay, let me give you exact price difference or comparison. So the cheaper one would be like about 132 and this one would be like about 150 pesos. So the difference in price is actually negligible. At least you would have the security that the size of the movable clip would be adjustable to whichever item you want to put it in. Okay, so let's try this out. So when I'm unscrewing it, the distance between this point here and the one below it is of course getting bigger. So then it can fit the eyepiece better. Okay, so that's about it. Then now I'm tightening it up. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so we can also tighten this up here. And then this would be adjustable to hold your cell phone. Okay, so let's try with mine. So my cell phone is really beaten up. So if you're a sponsor, you may want to send me one. Okay. Sige. Ay. So I had it upside down the first time, so now I'm going to fix it. So you have two screws that you have to tighten. The one for the cell phone and the one here for the eyepiece. So I'm going to try this later on, and I'm going to show you a picture of how good it is. So that's it for our second purchase. Now we go to our last. This is an oil for the oil immersion when you use the microscope for the 100X. And this came from China, another international supplier. And of course, I'm going to put the link down below so that you can also have quick access to this supplier. So what's amazing with this supplier is I only ordered for 3 bottles. This would be 5 ml bottles of immersion, oil immersion. So this is Cedar Oil. And surprisingly, the supplier sent me 6 instead. Okay, so this is actually already my second time to purchase from this supplier, and I'm actually amazed because even the first time, he gave me like more than 1. So I only ordered 1, so he sent me 2. Now I ordered 3, now he sent me 6. So this is quite amazing. So, and I only paid for, of course, what's in the Shopee application. So probably this is something that he's value adding for his service so that he would have more customers. So this is very nice. Okay. So of course I will be using this later on with my 100X microscope so that I would be having clear views of my slides, microscope slides, if I'm examining parasites or bacteria. So I'm excited for that. And now you saw me unboxing 4 orders from online, and I hope you enjoyed this yet another episode with me. Please don't forget to hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so that you will be updated with all my latest vlogs. Thank you so much, everybody. Keep safe, everyone. Always hydrate yourself. Keep dry. Because now we are already in the rainy or wet season here in the Philippines. Goodbye!